Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video. So I did a video on how I prepare my dove, and now I want to do a video on how I usually cook, but I'll still prepare my dove definitely. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, like, comment down below for more videos, and yeah, enjoy the video. So every person who usually cook chapati usually start with boiling the water. So you have to heat the water just a bit. It's not all about like boiling the water to 100 degrees. No. Yeah. So I first started by boiling my water, and yeah, I don't know if chapatis can be cooked with cold water. I don't know how they would turn out, because our African moms have taught us to always use hot water or warm. So here I have my basin. It's big, of course. And I have my basin, and then I have cold water, definitely, as my water is boiling. And then I have ndovu flour, I have sugar, and I have another sugar and salt. So let's start. First, water. So I've already mixed my cold water with my hot water. That's what I'm using to just neutralize the water, and then I put in the dough. I did like this is a very complicated method, and if you don't have another unga, it can mess you up. My heart was even beating like, oh my god, the fly is not gonna like toshare. Like I was freaking out. So I first start by adding my hot water. It's not so hot like in a kuchoma, no. So, and then I put my sugar, then I've already put my salt, and then I stir for a few minutes to just dilute the sugar into the water. And then I add a little bit of sugar because my hubby usually loves a lot of sugar in chapatis. They usually taste so good. If you don't have a problem with sugar, put a lot of sugar and a little bit of salt, like 2 spoons of salt, and then that's it. Then I put my flour. I'm telling you, I was freaking out. By this moment, I had not started freaking out. I'll tell you where I freaked out. Like, what? I was like, what the hell did I do? There's another method, and it's in the video I uploaded recently. And there's still another one that I want to upload, how I cooked those chapos, and then now I go in with this one. So the one I've already uploaded, the duff one, I think that's the best method. That won't be so complicated. I started putting my flour and mixing. The water is not like too hot. Yeah, you can't put like hot water like the one in a kuchoma, because your chapatis, that dough will like distract it. It will disturb you, like, really, and you'll have to use a lot of flour when you are rolling your chapos. Then I started mixing. This is where like I started freaking out. Like, oh my god, what have I done? This method is really hard. Yeah, it's so hard. So I started mixing and mixing. You mix with your hand. If you don't have a mixer, definitely just use your hand. Mix until it is mixed. So my hubby was taking the video for me because I couldn't. That's why I'm telling you the other video was complicated, because I was the one who was taking the video, and I'm the one who's like mixing the unga. So kwanza cooking, it was stressful. I tried even putting my phone on my ring light, and it was not working. Like, it was not because I sometimes after like I roll the chapatis, I have to touch the ring light with unga, and then it's just complicated. Then I continue mixing. The unga is like finishing. Guy, I'm like, what? I'll never use this method again. The other method I'm talking about, you first put your flour on the basin, not the water, and then you put your sugar on top of the flour and a little bit of salt, and then you start mixing slowly. After you mix, you start adding water slowly now. That's the best method. But this one, OMG, don't even try it at home if you don't have like a unga to spare, because it will definitely finish you off. So I continue mixing, until the end. Just watch the video. And I've decided to do a voiceover because that day it was so noisy. Kids were everywhere, like running up and down, shouting. I couldn't talk, and then we are still with my hubby. I can't talk like the whole video, and he's just seated down just looking at me. He would have gotten bored and then started saying, he could even start saying, I'm leaving, I'll come back later. And I don't usually like when he leaves me alone in the house when he's off. I usually feel so bad. Yeah. So that's why I've decided to do a voiceover on this video. So I'm mixing, until the end. So mixing like da is very, very, very simple. It's not so hard like the hardest thing. It's not something like even your mother can show you. No. This is something you just check when a person is doing it, and then you start doing it by yourself. So I'm mixing, and I'll continue from there. So the only trick that maybe can make you like not cook chapati if you don't know, the only trick when you're mixing your dough like this, it's don't make your dough like so hard. Don't make it to be too hard like it's for cooking like something else, Make it a bit softer so that your chapatis can be softer, because the only trick on a chapati is like make your dough softer, and then don't use too much heat or too low heat, because when you use too low heat, your chapatis are gonna be hard. And I don't usually like chapatis which usually have like a lot of oil. I just feel like no, they're not like, they don't really like make me like, I don't feel like they're tasty, because of a lot of oils. When you're even eating, your hands are full of oil. No, I don't like that. So the only thing you do, this is just all about watching. This is not something that someone can teach you, like you do this, you do that. No, you just watch a person and try it by yourself. The only trick, as I've said and repeat again, is to make your dough like not so hard. Smoothen it with your hand, like add a little bit of water, and you'll feel the texture. By the way, you'll feel the texture, and that's it. My dough is done. Then I had to, like, after that, nilifunikia for some minutes, let me say like 20 minutes. Nikaifunikia with one of the packet of unga for a few minutes, and then nikaifungua so that ipoe, because you see we used hot water but not so much hot water. So nikaifunikia for 20 minutes, and then now I started preparing like the 2 round balls. You can use any method. You can just decide to cut and unapima na mkono yako, or you can use this method that I'm using, or maybe if you have another one, you can comment down below. I can try it. I like trying new things, and I don't know why, like talking and I feel as if I'm so tired, as if I was running. I don't know what's wrong. Maybe it's because I've not been exercising of late, or maybe running errands up and down every time. I don't know, like what. That's why maybe is it pounding or what? I don't know. I don't know how it's called. So I've started like preparing the two round balls. It's not so hard. You just have to like straighten your duff. You just cut any like size you want. I cut mine. I did this because my small mesa is not so big. But if it was big, I could have even used the whole duff, like, and just finish with that step and move on to the next one, that's cooking. So here I've already straightened it, and I'm putting oil. It's good to put oil on the center so that your chapati still, this is part of making your chapatis like not so hard. So you start cutting and rolling. I usually see like from YouTube, some people cook chapatis and zinatokana one by one. It's not a must. To you are cooking chapati, so just make sure your chapatis are not so like hard, like they are even crunchy. Just make your chapatis like zikuwe ngumu so that you can enjoy, juu kupika chapati that YouTube style, it's hard. You can even kill yourself for it because you try and azitokani, like I see some people cooking chapatis, I'm like, what? Maybe they put something else. Just do you, be you, and cook you. Bora chapati zipikike na zikulike. It's so hard for you to cook chapatis like that on your first times, or even when you go to like events. It's so hard to find chapatis like that. Even chefs. I have a friend who's a chef, and nah, I don't think so. They usually put something on those chapos or on their doves. They are the only people who can tell us the trick. So I've started rolling, and my first round has gone like 5 chapatis, step by step until the end. Yeah, I cut another one, and it remains with 2 cuttings. So I continue. So yeah, watch the video. Sweetie, 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 haikuwa rahisi. Tu 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 tu. So up to this part, I'm done like preparing my chapati rolls, and now I'm putting oil on my small sahani. So as I told you on these uh voiceover, I don't like too much oil on my chapos. Actually, even on my food, like I don't like too much of the oil. So I start. So this is the better part or the best part when you start cooking, and you give yourself like the credit and you tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna be through in a few. So this is that point. So I've started, and I hear some people saying like sijui you, when you're rolling your chapos, sometimes they look oval, sometimes they look shapeless. So just be you, do you, and cook you. Just be happy while you're cooking, because chapati cooking is so fun. And yeah, we don't eat the shapes actually. We eat chapatis and no one even notices like the chapatis are oval or square. No one when they are eating. So it's not so hard, yet it's not so easy. Sometimes even me, I usually try to make the chapatis round and it's not working. But whenever they go to the pan, you just have to uh straighten them with your hand on the sides, and you can try to just play around with your circle, but even it's not a must to just play around with the circle. The only thing with chapos, the only trick with chapos, make your chapos not be hard, like they can be eaten by anyone, because after there when you cut into four that one chapati, even no one will know your chapati was round or it was oval or anything like that. So that's my second chapo, and we still continue to cook. My lighting is not in the best. I actually used two phones to uh take the videos, because mine was getting hot because of the flashlight. Yeah, it can't take like too long video without going off, because the flashlight will heat excessively. And then as for my ring light, it was behind me. I could not put my ring light in front of me, because how am I going to cook? Yeah, my kitchen is so small, but we will advance with time. Yeah, time tells. Time is everything. The kitchen is small. I couldn't position the ring light at on top or anything like that. It was hard. And then my stand is not too tall. It can go up to the ceiling. No, sorry for that. So that's my third chapos. So I usually cook chapos like this because that's how I used to watch my mom cook. She used to put them on the heat, and then they heat up. She takes them out slowly by slowly. When she reaches at katikati, yani she's at the center of finishing and starting. What am I saying? Any can do. I hope you can understand me. Now when she starts putting the chapatis on, yani putting oil on the chapos and then putting them aside, and then when she's done with that first round, she comes on to the second round. So that's how I usually cook mine, because even though nimezoea, and that's what I've watched my mom do for the past. I'm not gonna say, because some people are gonna estimate my years. No, you're not doing that here. So from when I was young, let me say from when I was young. So this is the nini I usually use. Yeah, and I'm not using a lot of heat, because zitatoka zikiwa black, and then when you put them back to put oil, they become even more dark, and they burn a lot. Yeah, so because of just the heat, nothing else. I was looking for that word. So mtaona nikifika katikati ndaweka mafuta, then we still continue up to the end. Some people usually cook one by one. You put one, you put mafuta. I think that's so hard, and you use a lot of oil too, and a lot of time, because nikieka moja hapo change, then it's hard. It's too hard. So I think this is the best the best method. But if you have another method, you can tell me down below. I used to see my grandmother cooking. She cooks all of them, and then she start putting the oil, and then she start exchanging them. After she puts this one, she plays around with the chapos when they are on the pan. I can't do that. I'll forget one side will not have oil. I don't know if you understand me, that method. But if you have another method, which can be suitable. You can tell me down below on the comment section, but I think for me this is the best option. This is the best method that I've seen so far, because the people who usually cook chapos on the road, I think they do 3 or maybe even one, if there are like, no, I don't think they do one. One is hard. One is hard, not unless you have all the time to stay there and cook chapos for the whole day. Yeah, and yeah, I think even voiceover is the best. Voiceover is the best because you don't get distracted like with anything. Now I'm looking at the video while I'm talking. I think this is the best method. I think I'll be using this because I think this is perfect. It's so good. It's cool. Yeah. And it goes straight, like you're not like moving around on the video. Gee, I'm cooking. Gee, you have like the the ring light has fallen. I'm not saying like my ring light has never fallen. I'm just joking. Like the roller has fallen, and things like that. You have to pick them up. You have to speak. And the chapos, on the other hand, has burned. I think this is the best method. Voiceover, definitely, it's the go-to method. Yeah, it captures all your voice, like what you're saying, all of it, because you are near the speaker, and it's easy. The funny thing with me, I forgot to unbox this cooker on camera, at least share on YouTube. I forgot, Aki. Yani I felt so bad after I've already even unboxed it. I've even started using it. That's when I remember why I didn't take a video. And maybe give all the details about it. Now it's too late. I've already even used it. Maybe someone asks, I'm choosing not to like give any story about it, but I really feel good I have it because cooking has become very, very easy for me. When maybe I've come late in the house and I want maybe to cook rice and separate rice and mbosho or beans, I can do it very fast, very quick, and then in a few minutes I'm done. So I feel very happy. So yeah, so I didn't like unbox it because of you know that excitement. I hope you understand. So yeah, I was so flattered by all this, and I was just happy even till date. I'm usually so happy when I'm cooking. Yeah, and I really thank my hubby so much because if it weren't for him, we wouldn't have bought it. So I'm really grateful to him. May God bless you, and may he bless the work of your hands. May he just bless you. You're the best thing that has ever happened in my life. And I highly recommend you buy electronic things from the supermarket because they have warrant and you can return ikiharibika.
Babes, upike uache kuangalia kamera. Hai.
I've started like putting oil on my chapati. So this is the place I was telling you about. When you reach the center point, yeah, that's when you start like putting your chapos on the. As you can see how they turned out, they are so delicious. I'm telling you, they were so delicious. So It's not a must like the Yonoka, you know. Like I'm even speaking Kikuyu on this voiceover. So it's not a must ziraruke, you know, like kujirarua. No. You just make sure, as I said, your chapatis ni rahisi. Anyone can eat them. So I went on with the second round, and yeah, I think that's it for this voiceover. Let me reach there because I've talked a lot. Yeah. So that's it for my voiceover. Enjoy the video until the end. Yeah. This is how my chapatis turned out. So yummy, so delish. So thank you so much for watching this video until where you have reached. Thank you so much again for the 16 subscribers. Road to 100 subscribers. I really appreciate when we reach there. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below for more videos. Subscribe. Until the next one. Bye. Mwah.